P55, you should apply to the program itself because for what it offers. And then when you get past the second round, when you've met with Stephanie and the other alumni who have read your essays and they know what kind of person you might be, what you're interested in, they can kind of target you because to a bunch of different agencies. Because honestly, when I was an undergrad, I saw the P55 marketing materials and I saw all these names of these nonprofits and community organizations. And honestly, you have no idea what they offer. Because even if you do pick up the phone, like when you get out there, the seminar program that exposed me to all the other placements that people have in other Chicago organizations, it's amazing the breadth of work that's happening on the grounds there. And like a little title on an orange sheet in Princeton is not going to give you an idea. And you really need to talk to people and read those binders of reports that people have written, past fellows have written. And so just to give you an idea, the Chicago seminar program is weekly, which is different than New York, which is monthly. And we meet from 9 to 10:30 on every Wednesday morning. We have fellows from Northwestern, the University of Chicago Public Interest Programs with us as well. So it's about 20 to 30 people. And every week, I have to say, it's like an outstanding seminar with a leader from the community. We met with people like Bill Ayers, his brother John Ayers, who they're both like, you know, major figures in education reform. We met with lawyers who work in juvenile justice. We worked with, we talked to like aldermen, which is equivalent of like a council person in Chicago. The director of like the West Coast of the U.S. for Obama's campaign, and we went to Chicago public schools, and we would have been meeting with, you know, Arnie Duncan if he were still there. But you know, your peers are like working with people like Arnie Duncan, and you get to meet all those people. And then other thing is, like, we go for on-site visits. So we went to places like really, really rough South Chicago schools where your peer is working, but you never go down there if you don't work there. And it's just a very stark picture of, you know, what Chet was talking about, all these fires that are going on that we have to work together to put out. You don't realize without this kind of seminar program that all these fires are interconnected. Like, I was working on like the pedestrian programs I was talking about, like Safe Routes to School, which is really talking about like, we shouldn't be busing kids to school, let them walk to school or bike to school because, you know, there's obesity problems in America and we have too much traffic, right? But then you go and like, you talk to somebody who's talking about preventing violence among youth. And you realize like safe streets, like prevents obesity, allows kids to like have a clear mind when they walk to school and not just get bused there. And then like gun violence, it's all connected. And you realize like you're meeting these people who are the players in Chicago who are working to solve these problems. And I think if you're the kind of person like a lot of us, we're very talented, we have a lot of skills, and we're not really sure which like funnel to put ourselves into professionally yet. Like, is it law school? Is it med school? If you go to a place like Chicago with this kind of seminar program, with these alumni, it's like, oh, you're interested in environmental law. You should talk to Pete, who, you know, Pete, like class of, you know, 50 whatever, or 60 whatever, and, you know, he'll tell you about his like environmental law colleagues, or, you know, talk about schools or anything like that. So that I think that I learned just as much, if not more, from the seminar program as my fellowship, and I think that whoever can make it goes to these